happening. So yeah, you will have seen probably by now, if you've not, Liverpool have agreed £142 million fee for Philippe Coutinho, meaning he'll probably go at some point over the weekend. And I've just done a video on Redmen TV, obviously talking a bit more through the facts of it. But for me, for my opinion on it, looks a terrible decision from Liverpool and Liverpool's ownership and what have you. Devin saying I genuinely cried. I'll come on to that in a sec about me actual feelings about the player himself and what have you. Look, 100 million, apparently 105 million up front and 142 reportedly in add-ons. Just stupid, because whilst I don't think he's Liverpool's best player, I think he's in that group of our three best players. We haven't had world-class players at Liverpool now since, well, for a number of years. Since Suarez left, we've struggled to have top-quality footballers at the club. And I think we've got it in Firmino, Salah, Mané, Lallana to some extent, but absolutely Phil Coutinho. And the thing that really does my head in is that we've not even got the best out of him yet. We have yet to have a full season of world-class Phil Coutinho. This was going to be the season, and I know we'd already missed the start because he's a bad dickhead. But look, this was the year. Get one full season out of him and sell him in the summer. I've not got no problem with that, but I've got far less problem with that. To let him go in January. We've done so much hard work in terms of letting the world know that Liverpool, won't be bullied, and we're behaving like a big club again. Getting back to that, turning bids down in the summer was absolutely the right thing to do. And then to go out and spend big money on Virgil van Dijk, which we obviously plan to do in the summer. Great. The thing that's gonna do my head in, it's gonna do everyone's head in, is that all the questions of, oh well, we've spent 75 million of the money already. Liverpool's owners need to prove that's not the case. They need to prove that this is not about getting a quick buck. Now, ultimately, look, if he's gone, it's Jurgen Klopp's decision, and it doesn't shock me in that regard, because I think Klopp intimated this in the summer that he'd have sold him. I think the owners kind of took a stance for the sake of taking a stance for the PR value of the club. They decided to reject offers for him so late, given obviously it was a knock-on effect from the Neymar transfer to PSG. Klopp clearly wanted rid, and he's decided they can do something with him. The problem is it's left us with a top quality player. Sure, we had an amazing squad this summer, and we already saw in the derby yesterday that we're starting to see the limits of it. If you take Salah and Coutinho out of that side, it's still good, but it's nowhere near of the level of quality. You need as many top quality players as you can, and Oxlade-Chamberlain's proven himself to be a very, very good squad player. But does he look? Is he going to bring the goals and assists to that team in the absence of Coutinho at the minute? No, I don't think he is. So what leaves us is that the why I genuinely think it's stupid. Because again, I've got no problem selling Coutinho, because we do this. This is the way we're set up to some extent. All football clubs go through this at one level or another. But to do it without having a replacement absolutely nailed on, lined up, seems a bit foolish. Now, look, there's still 3 weeks left of the transfer window, but again, I've felt this. We've been in this situation before. It feels like we've put ourselves in a stupid situation, because spend the money first. Do what we kind of did a little bit with Suarez. Do what Spurs did with Gareth Bale. Do what Everton did with Lukaku. Now, we sort of done that with Van Dijk, maybe. It just seems criminal for me not to have a Lamar nailed on, signed up. And now, I guess from a PR perspective, at least they've given themselves the being a goal down and scoring a late winner kind of situation here, because you sell Coutinho. If we manage to pull a couple of signings out, then great, and there will be a feel-good factor around it. But none of those deals seem particularly close. We've heard rumours of Riyad Mahrez on it. If you're telling me we're selling Phil Coutinho to replace him with Riyad Mahrez, good player as he is, I don't think that's good enough. I think he's got 8 goals and 8 assists so far this season, which is a decent return. But he's been playing on the wing. I'm not sure he has the right level of commitment or work rate or pressing. So I think there's someone saying there, Brennan Kimmel isn't coming to Liverpool. Now, there's rumours that today that we've made it clear that it isn't going to happen. It wouldn't shock me to see it happen, if I'm perfectly honest. But again, he's not Phil Coutinho quality, as has been said by Trade It there. Mahrez nowhere near Coutinho level. I think he's very, very good, isn't he? A very, very good player. And Lamar, looks like Monaco don't want to sell in January. If we have sold him and we don't get quality replacements, it's fucking mental, and it's absolutely stupid, and it's borderline negligence from the management team at Liverpool, whether that's the committee, the owners, or the manager. But, you know, we've been in this position before. What we need to hope for is another situation kind of like when we sold Fernando Torres. Obviously, we had Suarez lined up, but then we went and got Carroll, and I know, Andy Carroll didn't work out. It was far too much money. I don't want it to be a panic buy situation like that, but they spent 50 million and they went out and spent. They brought 50 million in and they went out and spent it to replace him, and they replaced him with two players. One of those players badly didn't work out. One of them very much did, and that's what Liverpool have got to do. We've got to go and we've got to buy for now, and we've got to buy for the future, because Lamar's not good enough to replace him now, and Mahrez isn't good enough to. It just isn't good enough. But if you bought two of them in, you've got you can cover the attacking mid position and you can cover the left wing position. I think where the beauty of Coutinho and his versatility was he was playing in two positions for us at times this season. We were able to use him on the left where he was most effective and able to sample him in attacking mid. Lallana being back helps. Oxlade-Chamberlain playing in midfield helps, but we still need some other players, because now if Mané or Salah can't play, it means Oxlade-Chamberlain, maybe Wijnaldum has to go to the wing. It's not right. It's not right at all. This won't be my opinion forever. My opinion will doubtless change. It almost certainly in the next couple of weeks, depending on what Liverpool do. But here's the thing, worth remembering that it's a ridiculous amount of money for a player who clearly agitated, clearly didn't want to play for Liverpool. And I would, look, I'm glad that Liverpool are in a position where they can tell him to fuck off and get good money for him as well. Because Coutinho's been a massive knobhead and all this, and it shouldn't be forgotten what an absolute prick he's been in trying to get this over the line. Look, it's football. We've seen players do this on the flip side, and we've got them, so you know what I mean. Yeah, one of those things, in it. Hopefully, time will tell. Hopefully, Liverpool will be able to get someone decent in return. Let us know who you think that should be in the comments below. Anyway, disappointed to say the very least. There's some people saying some horrible things in the comments. They're going to be getting blocked and they're going to be getting reported, so you know you are. But anyway, look, trust me that Liverpool bounce back. Liverpool have sold great players on the way, and there's always another great player on the horizon for a great football club, and that's the beauty of it. Things onwards and upwards for Liverpool. Still got a great manager, still got a fantastic squad, and still got a very exciting season in prospect. And we just beat the Blue Shite and knocked them out the FA Cup, which is amazing. But anyway, thanks very much. Try best to enjoy the weekend. How inconsiderate to ruin what a great weekend. What a great weekend we were having. But yeah, what can you do? Anyway, if you're watching this and you haven't subscribed to this channel, this is my channel. Got some great videos on there, opinion pieces, but by all means, you know, go and check them out if you're looking for some more to talk about, some more to watch more on Redmen TV. We'll be doing a podcast, me and Chris, tomorrow, talking about this in more depth and detail. But otherwise, yeah, keep smiling, Reds. Try and enjoy the footy. Try and enjoy your weekend. And other than that, I say subscribe, like, and I'll see you all soon. Just my opinion, for what it's worth.